Hey guys, quick video here about maintaining your sprint, basically, to sprint as much as possible um, while doing other things as well. Basically, this is like a min-maxing type of technique here. So I'll start with lesser known things and then move on to the more well-known things. That way, as most people know the more well-known things. Alright, so the first thing involves reloading your shotguns without losing your sprinting. Now, this is perfect for when you don't need to reload them fully all at once. If you have some time and you're just sprinting, you need to cover ground, you're running from the storm, or you just need to relocate, reposition. You can reload, and this will work with any other gun. I don't think there are any other guns right now that can reload a single shot at a time, but in the future, if there are any guns that can reload a single shot at a time, this should work, all else equal. So what you do is you're going to sprint and hold W the whole time. You're going to jump, you're going to hit reload, you're going to watch the number down there on the shotgun until you reload one shell. Once the number changes, you're going to swap weapons and that will animation cancel, which will make you sprint again right when you hit the ground. So here it is. All reloaded, and there you go. Didn't have to stop sprinting. Now, this next one, also the shotgun one, I haven't seen anybody talk about this yet, but I haven't looked super hard, and I haven't seen anybody intentionally doing it. So it's a good one to know. Next one, also not super well known. Everyone pretty much knows about using the weapon swap to sprint faster after an axe swing, but it works the same, pretty much same exact way when you go through doors. So if you just go through, it slows you down, right? But if you weapon swap, you start sprinting again more quickly. So that's nice. Helps you out when you're when you're sprinting through the house and looting. Maybe it'll make the difference between you picking up a gun a split second before another person. Now, this one is not necessarily about maintaining your sprint, but it involves using the sprint key. So I'll cover it. It's also a very little known technique I heard about from Dendo, Dendo. If you search on YouTube Dendo Fortnite, you'll find some of his good guides. He covers a lot of small tactics that not many people know. So this involves the sound effect when you're pulling out a gun. So how many times have you been in a house, you're looting with an enemy, and you're like upstairs and they're downstairs or vice versa, and you hear the sound of this shotgun or a pump shotgun, and you're like, oh shit, they got a shotgun, I don't, I'm gonna bail. Um, or somebody is camping silently crouched, um, and you can barely hear them, and then all of a sudden you hear this shotgun sound. You're like, oh, what the hell? There's somebody in the house here with the shotgun out. I better be careful or I better leave. So if you are sprinting, you can still be crouched to be more quiet, but it's not as quiet as if you're not sprinting. But if you want to, if you're picking up a shotgun as your first gun and you don't want the enemy in the house to know that, then you can mute the sound effect by tapping sprint right when you pull out the shotgun. See right there? Oh, I didn't do it at the right time that time. So you have to do it a little bit earlier with a tactical shotgun, it seems like. But this works for, I think, every gun. The pump shotgun and the AR are both quite loud. So basically, this is really, you know, technical stuff you're probably not going to use very often, but it's good to know if you're really trying to be sneaky and you don't want the enemy to know in the house that you got a shotgun. Because if they do, and they're smart and they don't have a shotgun, they'll just run away. But if they don't know you have a shotgun, they might try to fight you, and then you can just pump them and win. So this next one is the one that most people already know. You jump, swing, swap to your weapon, and you get one free swing while without losing any sprint speed. So when you're running from the storm or you're just relocating, if you ever need any materials, basically anytime I'm not 100% max materials, if a tree is in my path, it's not really far out of the way, I'll do this constantly. And I oftentimes will do two swings, but you may lose a tiny bit of sprint time by doing two swings, but you gain a lot more wood, especially if you can hit the circle. So you just hold left click, I hit the circle, and I sprinted, a split second after I landed. If you know how to do the fast pickaxe farming, it's even easier. You don't have to lose your sprint at all, but it's harder to hit the circle. I'm not going to go into how to fast pickaxe farm in this video. You can look that up elsewhere. It seems to help with the double swing without fast farming to hit the circle if you, as you're jumping, you kind of hit it a little bit lower down, because your second swing is going to happen as you're falling down in your jump going back to low ground. So you want the circle to be low ground. Otherwise, if you kind of hit it high up, you're falling down and the circle is up high and you have to try to look up and hit that circle up there and you might run out of range. You also want to hit the tree from kind of max distance so that you're not jumping past the tree like this, and then your second swing is out of range. So you want to hit it from far away when you're approaching the tree. There you go. Hope this helps. And basically, just to reiterate with this farming technique, I use this constantly. I can't tell you. I don't know off the top of my head like how much wood you get from 1 to 2 swings on average off a tree, like 10 to 20 wood or whatever. So if you're sprinting for a long time, like a far circle, and you can easily get like 30 hits in through that whole run without losing any or losing a tiny bit of sprint speeds. It's just tons of free material if you do that constantly, if you make it a habit, versus somebody else who's running through the storm with low mats. Then you come into a fight and you have the mat advantage. It could be the difference between winning it.